How many people here work somewhere but really want to have their own business or hustle? Raise your hands. A lot. For me, the internet is for you. For me, if I sat down with these two dudes, the black shirt and the white shirt right in this third row, and they both raised their hands, for me, it's not about, if I was sitting down with you for 3 hours, it's not about coming up with a business that's gonna do 10 million bucks. It's about understanding how much money you make now working a job, what you spend your money on to live, and trying to figure out how quickly you can get into a place where you don't have to work in a job. One more time, how many hands work somewhere but want to do their own thing? Raise your hands. More than half this audience. Meanwhile, let me tell you why most of the hands that just went up will never get there. They buy dumb shit. Do you know how many people here literally drive cars to impress people that they fucking hate? People literally going in debt or getting further from leaving the job they don't like to do something that will make them happy because they have to buy a certain car that has a logo that impresses people that they fucking despise. Do you understand how fucked up that is? Do you know how many people here live in homes where they don't use more than half the rooms in the house? Like, we are so fundamentally in a vortex that makes no sense that I am unbelievably passionate understanding how much money you make and what you can do to get off of it. But the problem is, again, people are doing so many things to keep up with the Joneses, to make it look like they're successful, to appease their parents, and a million fucking other things that have nothing to do with themselves. And we need to change that fucking game. And thank you. And the internet is the most likely thing. The internet is a place where you can make $54,000 a year just talking about peanut butter. This is important, guys. This is super duper important what I'm talking about. The internet, unlike the real world, is a place where the long tail gets rewarded. The long tail. The reason I'm on this ridiculous to many people garage sale hustle thing is because the quickest way, by the way, because I knew I was gonna be here, do you know how crazy it is, especially in a market like this where eBay, because Amazon wasn't here, is even more mature and ahead? Do you understand how crazy it is that if you went to the clearance aisles of your 5 biggest retailers in Australia, bought things on clearance, went home, relisted it, and posted on eBay, that the far majority of this audience could make between $50,000 to $100,000 a year just on doing that for 9 to 10 hours a day. Meanwhile, everybody's sitting here with the next big app that's gonna be the next fucking Uber for lawnmowers. The thing that has made me successful far more than my passion or my energy is my disproportionate practicality. Most people want to look the part of an entrepreneur that came up with the next Supreme or Adidas brand or the next Uber or Facebook, yet are $40,000 in debt, working a job that they hate, and literally, if they went to the 5 discount stores that dominate this market, buy things on clearance, go home, take a picture with their fucking phone and upload to eBay, and then when people buy it, go to the post office and ship it, they would be able to get out of debt and get into a financial place. But people don't want to do that because they don't want to be judged for that being their hustle. Most people in this room and this world would rather lose looking like they're doing something successful than win and be judged for doing something that seems dorky. It's fucking facts. And that leads me to the thing that I matter the most, which is why you are living your life based on other people's opinions.
How's it going, everyone? No Fluff Finance here to break down what the legendary Gary Vee had to share with us in today's Mogul Minute. In today's clip, Gary was focused on addressing 2 main things. The first was how the way we spend money keeps us from becoming financially independent. The second was how we often let the opinions of others inhibit the choices and progress that we make. Gary Vee starts by explaining how the things we pay for, like expensive new cars, set us back and keep us trapped in a cycle where we're dependent on our main job. This makes sense because the more liabilities you have, the more likely you are to stay at a predictable income source. even if it's something we hate doing. Gary Vee shows us that in order to have a chance of financial freedom, we have to cut out those unnecessary expenses. That way we can invest that money into ourselves instead. He expresses that investing in ourselves, combined with the power of the internet, gives us all an opportunity to break away, even if that's making $50K a year talking about peanut butter. After that, Gary Vee addresses the problem many of us have with needing to maintain an image and keep up with the Joneses. This ties in to make his first point even more complete. So much of what we buy and consume goes towards the desire to maintain an image of success for others. He states that most people are more concerned with looking successful than actually being successful. Don't be like most people. The practical takeaways for us are the following. Look at your budget and spending habits and cut down on the unnecessary things. Use that money to invest in yourself instead so you can buy your time back. If you want more information about budgeting, check out the link below for a video on that topic. The second thing we need to do is learn that the value is in us, not in the things that we buy. Do the self-work to become confident in that and stop trying to buy and do things to impress others. That's all for today's Mogul Minute. If you want to see more of this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe.